catfish. This is so good. This is the most addicting bowl of soup in Korea. Welcome to Eating What Is Given, a channel dedicated to exploring every corner of Korea to discover the best food experiences you can find. Please subscribe to support our channel. Right now we're in the middle of our matchip road trip across Korea, and I'm sure there will be surprises along the way that you don't want to miss. Megi-tang, or catfish stew, has admittedly been in the back of my mind for a long time. Not because I dislike catfish, but more because it didn't seem too demanding or interesting to me. I mean, it surely has a similar taste to chuotang, right? But I think I've been missing out, big time. 용강식당 has been serving their version of this dish for over 50 years on the southern side of Najangsan. When a place has been successfully operating for this long, there must be something special about it. So I decided to try my first bowl of Megi-tang here. We're gonna get some Megi-tang at this place. It's been open for over 50 years. And then we're gonna head into Najangsan to see the dampung. We have hobakjim. So steamed hobak with some spicy sauce. Hobak is pumpkin. Look how soft it is. It's like puree almost. It's hobakjim. Nice. It's really nice, but I'm sure that they steam this with the seafood. Like it tastes a little bit like shrimp or something. It's really good actually. A little bit sweet from the pumpkin. Sometimes jangachi can taste like bananas or something. Sometimes it just gets some weird, something about the soy and the vinegar mix. Tastes like banana candy. You try it, it tastes like banana candy. Whatever this is. Fresh. Alright, this is my first time ever having Megi-tang in Korea. I'm gonna try this broth first. Ooh. Oh, that's really nice. It's super thick, like gravy, but it definitely has that freshwater muddiness. But it's got a nice like saltiness. Not too spicy. If you really analyze that flavor, it's almost like chuotang. I really like this taste. I like this taste a lot. Wow, look, the bone just like came right off the Megi.
Really well done.
Yeah.
It's just not something I would crave or seek out on a regular basis. But
this is like a 50-year-old recipe. The broth alone, for me, is quite incredible. It's like this really delicate balance of a muddy freshwater catfish, that really catfishy taste. But there's enough garlic and salt and spice that it kind of offsets the muddiness of it. I'm gonna try a little bit of the fish now. Oh man, the fish is so fresh.
it's very cracked and clean.
I was expecting, because I've had catfish before, even deep fried catfish, has a much stronger muddy taste. This tastes like almost like seawater fish or something when you just eat the fish alone.
It doesn't have a strong flavor.
I'm really shocked actually. I was expecting more freshwater muddiness, especially from Catfish. I think they had to get this today. That meat is super fresh. They might have got it today for the weekend though, because they're going to be busy for the weekend. It's Thursday. They might have came on the perfect day. Did you try any of the shiragi? It just like traps the flavor in there. It's so nice. Oh, really impressed with this bowl of soup. And it's almost creamy. It's like a cream soup. It's so thick. Crazy. Yeah, I really like this bowl of soup. I'm surprised. The more I eat, the more I like it. So now I want to know, like, does all Megi-tang taste like this? Or is it just this place that's so special? This is growing on me so much, like, it's kind of blowing me away. First of all, the fish is amazing. I don't know if we came on the right day or if it's always this good, but that was, man. Guys, this soup, it's so thick. Like I keep saying, it's almost like a cream. It tastes like cream sauce or something. And the shiragi just captures it. The first bite was like a 7 out of 10 for me. And I was like, this is our crafted, well-crafted soup. But now I'm halfway through the bowl. And I don't know if I've ever had a soup that was more Moorish. This is a word called Moorish, which basically means you want to keep on eating it and eating it. It's like crack. It's like addictive. Wow. Rice to it. Wow. Guys, this bowl of soup, incredible. It's the salt balance for me. It's like, I think that's the key here. It's not, if there was a little less salt, the Megi taste would be too strong. But for me, it's like, just perfectly balanced. Yeah. No, me too. Me too, actually.
The broth is really good.
That's the most shocking thing because I actually wasn't expecting a meal that I would flip out over. I was expecting like kind of chuotang-y, like maybe the banchan and rice would be good. A little bit. But it's like way better. Honestly, guys, like I picked this place because it was nearby where we were, and it's a 50-year-old matchup. So a 50-year-old matchup, I'm like, it has to be good. But and Courtney just said too, this is much better than I expected. Man, I was kind of expecting this bowl of soup to not be very accessible to people who aren't used to Korean food. But you know, Courtney and I, we've been eating Korean food for 5 years now. It's almost like we eat more Korean food than American food. But I would even go so far to say as that I don't think this is that strange. Like the taste is good enough that foreigners would love this. This is so good. I don't know how they got this soup like this. The texture is perfect. It's like cream sauce. Oh my god. This is the most addicting bowl of soup in Korea. Roll your eyes at it. It's so addictive. It's just like every spoon got better and better and better. And now, empty. This place near Najangsan, 10 out of 10. Amazing. Courtney and I just had some amazing soup, but we're over here next to Najangsan, which is also very famous for the dampung. So now we're gonna head into Najangsan and look at some beautiful temples. Highly recommend this place. The biggest surprise of my trip so far was this bowl of soup.